to K-Rino Radio on 90.1. Who is he? What is he? What does he do? Where is he from? H-Town, where the independent grind was invented. Understand, I'm the property owner, you just a tenant. KPFT is the station and location for the really special guests. Good knowledge and information for the coldest on the air. We making a strong case. If you scared of the truth, then you in the wrong place. Every Friday, 11 o'clock p.m. Central. We cooking the game, serving it up, feeding your mental. You can even call in, dial 713, backdoor it with 526 KPFT. We ain't playing with them, we gon' tell it like it is, partner. Out of town, KPFT.org, yeah, we got ya. How'd I get on the airways? I know y'all like, wow, K-Rino Radio, homie, starting right about now. How'd I get on the airways? I know y'all like, wow, K-Rino Radio, homie, starting right about now.
Yes, indeed. We are starting right about now. We ain't starting right now. We starting right now, man. Thank y'all once again for tuning in to K-Rino Radio right here on KPFT 90.1 FM. It's your big brother K-Rino. And as always, we are here every Friday night at 11 p.m. If you are listening right now, make sure you let somebody know to tune in. They can go to www.kpft.org. Click listen live and they'll be able to check us out online. Or if you just ride down the street, or if you still old school and got that radio at the crib sitting by your bed on the stand, you can put it on 90.1 FM and you'll be able to check us out. We are in the building, man. And I'm so happy tonight because, man, look. Man, look, yeah, Murder said, uh-oh. You know,
hey, Murder.
Man,
hey,
look.
baby.
And before we even get into it, because this queen that we got here tonight, man, she is deserving of so many accolades, so much love and admiration that 1 hour just can't possibly do her justice. That's just how it is. But we're going to do the best we can to squeeze in all of this love within this 60 minutes that we have. And y'all feel free to call in and holler at her, man, 713-526-KPFT. This sister here. Let me start. Let me run it down.
Which way you going with it first?
Hey, man, I don't know where to start because she done did everything. Everything. If she can tell me something that she ain't, she probably been bungee jumping before. She probably been mountain climbing, wrestled an alligator one time. She's done it all, man. She's a radio host herself. She's a.
Can I say something right
Go
now?
ahead.
I always like to say, not because of disrespect, but I'm a little bit more than just a radio host. You know, my radio brand, which is 18 Media Broadcasting Company, Street 93.3, Heat 97.5, Slab 97.9, Heaven 102.5, Caribbean Vibes 99.5. It just made September of this year 10 years. So it's no disrespect to you, but I work hard for that brand for a decade. And for them to say that I am the pioneering woman behind internet, web, and global radio, please give it to me.
Without a doubt. Look, and let me tell you, I was just getting started. See, I was about to say you're a radio host, you are an event planner, you are a promoter, she's an actor, she's a rapper, she can dance, she's a comedian. See, I was just running down the list. See,
but you know what? The most important thing that I am right now, I am a friend of K-Rino.
Without question.
That's the most important. And, you know, my brothers and sisters of the Southport Coalition, there's no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't be here with the tenacity if it wasn't for people like you and Murder One and, you know, listen, nobody makes it to the top by themselves. Yeah. Nobody makes it to the top without acknowledging. Nobody makes it to the top without giving somebody at some point in time their flowers.
Well, let me tell you like this, because we appreciate all that. But it's about you tonight, plain and simple. We haven't even said her name yet. You know what I'm saying? This is the one and only, the media mogul herself. If you in H-Town, you know her. But if you anywhere around the world, you probably know her. Because she's done it all. She's been everywhere. She's done everything. Show some love for my sister, Fiya. the media mogul. She is in the building tonight, man. We are glad and honored to have you here with us on K-Rino Radio. And to be honest with you, I've been doing this since January. So this is like a new experience for me. But you are somebody who I have always had in my mental Rolodex that I was going to Fiya coming on the show at some point. You know, so I'm just glad that time and circumstance has brought it together to where you're on the show. But what we're going to do, because I like to do it a little different, I like to let people get to know you, and they can say, well, I saw Fiya here, I saw her performing there. But we want to know you a little bit. So I want you to just tell us about your origins in entertainment, because you are one of the greatest entertainers that we've had. We know you from New Orleans, Louisiana, doing your thing. But we want you to tell us, where did all this come from? How did it start? Break it down, sis.
I'm going to be honest with you. Never in life, what I'm doing right now, you know how some people pick careers?
Right.
Never in life. I didn't set out as a child that said I wanted to be a comic, I wanted to be this and that. There was only two things in my whole entirely life, and I don't think I've ever told you this. Only two things that I ever wanted to be, and that was a truck driver and a barber.
Wow.
There's only two.
Wow.
And as you know me, I got to, I'm sorry.
Do your thing, sis. Do your thing. We listening.
Sometimes, can you hold this? Put this up for me, baby. Just set it somewhere, because I don't want you to be, it's the other way, baby.
We getting our Facebook Live on,
yeah.
y'all.
Two things. And so the life that I lived in New Orleans, Louisiana, I've lived in different parts, but I claim 7 Ward St. Bernard. Well, you understand?
We can hear it in that. The accent ain't went nowhere.
And you know what? I started traveling at the age of 21. Yeah. So I moved away and I went to Alexandria, Louisiana. A lot of people don't know, like in high school, I was always in like gifted classes from like the grade of like 2nd grade. Wow. And in 11th grade, I was taking care of one of my cousins, and it was just a whole bunch of stuff that was going on in my life. And I knew I didn't want to go to college, Reno, but I knew I had to graduate with something. And I sat there and I had scholarships on the table for journalism. And I went and took a CNA course because I had more credits than the average, because I was always in gifted classes. Right. And I told them at split moment, like, I know I'm not going to college. And I told them that I wanted life to teach me. And everybody thought I was crazy. Wow. So I turned down the scholarships. I turned down everything. And when I graduated with my diploma and also a CNA license when I went on to do LVN on my own. And so when I left New Orleans at 21 years old, I went to Alexandria, Louisiana, and I would work for a company that whenever they would open up a new hospital in any part of the world, like I worked for this company, so I literally stayed on the road. Like in Alexandria, I stayed in a hotel maybe almost a year, and I liked it, and I lived there another year and a half, and then it was too slow for me for some strange reason. And so I have a cousin who stayed in Houston, and they all knew what I did, whatever, and I was supposed to come to Houston after Alexandria, but I took a little left and went to Fort Worth, Dallas. Right. And I stayed out there for a little minute, and I ran amok in Dallas. Just doing me. I've always been that in the gap person. I never really had, like, some people have long time careers. I never had that, because I always was like, if I didn't dig the job, and I always had this attitude like, hey, man, I knew I was going to be all right throughout my whole life. Whatever turn, whether it was, I had a car detailing company, I had a discount dusters where I did professional nannying and cleaning of houses. It didn't matter to me, because I always knew, like, my perspective on being wealthy never was an attachment with money.
Right. Well, some people just know. Some people just have that innate understanding from childhood that I'm gonna be somebody in some form and fashion, and that the normal things that people conform to as it relates to this world, that's not for me. So by you saying that and not me knowing you now, it make a lot of sense. Like, okay, she not gonna be in no box. I can see you at 6 years old being outside the box. I can just vision that.
My mama, shout out to all my family, all my Fireworks music group artists, my fiance, honey. But I always, from the gate, I have a burn on both of my legs, on my feet, because at 5 years old, I was cooking roast in a St. Bernard project, and the oven door came loose. I started cooking real food at 3 years old.
Wow.
I started riding a public service by myself at 7 years old. So when you said that, like, I was taking care of people that was old. I was paying bills at 9 years old. Yeah. I'm not talking about like
some lemonade stand money.
I'm telling you, not just opening the envelope for bills. I was going to the light company. I was talking to the people. I mean, it was just something that was in me from the very beginning. And I never really know, but I knew music. Yeah. Music helped me through every phase of my life. Every phase. And, you know, they call me the beatbox queen of the world, but actually, beatboxing saved my life.
Really?
No disrespect, and I don't want nobody to get down on my mom, but sometimes people take different avenues. So at a young age, my mom was put on a lot of pressure, and she succumbed to, you know, some things in her life, which landed me and my brother in the foster care system at a young age. And in the foster care, I was fighting the foster care people because they kept beating on us. Right. And so, you know, from there, I was just like, I got to do something. Yeah. So I was always taking care of my brother, getting out there, always taking care of kids. Right. When I tell you, not just regular, my whole life was consumed with me taking care of somebody else. And it's going to turn around to why Fiya is the person that she is today. And I have an undying, wavering love. 1, for kids. 2, for people in general. And beatboxing is the very thing that when I didn't have no food in my house, when I didn't have no clothes, when I didn't have nothing, I used to rock my brother and my little cousins to sleep on my chest and beatbox to them. Like, that was when we didn't have no food. Music always was the soundtrack of my life. Right. And for me to be the person that I am right now, knowing that so many people of the world like revere me for that one art form that saved my life, nobody can take that away from me. Like, and it ain't something that I've always been a helper, and a true beatbox artist was always in the cut to help, because I remember, and one of my highlights is beatboxing at the Queens of Hip Hop with Roxanne Shante, Sweet Tea, Sparky D. The legends of the beginning. And how Biz Markie became the person that he was is because that moment that Roxanne Shante decided that she wasn't going to be with Marley Marl no more, he left her at a show. And Biz Markie was her friend. And he said, we still can rock the show. And she said, how? He said, I'm a beatbox for you.
Yeah, no question.
Every artist out of Texas, and all the females know that. Like, that's how I came in the game. Like, people, they CD would skip, or they you know, I can remember
music would go out or something.
Music would go out, and I will always be in a cut.
We've seen you do it, and that's just one facet of your talent. I mean, you so multifaceted in your levels of entertainment that you can do anything. Fiya is just somebody you just plug in. What we need this, we need that.
That's it.
She's the what they call the Swiss Army knife. The Swiss Army knife got all the one. I'm gonna tell you where I first saw you. Me and Murder just got through talking about this. This was years ago. I had a poster back when we had Electric City Records, and in our office we had a bunch of posters on this wall at our office. And caller, we see you on the line, we'll get to you. And it was an all-white poster background.
Hey, now.
And it was you, Money Black, KB the Kidnap, and somebody else, and y'all was the hit
Big
squad.
Barlow,
Murder One just gave me the game. And that's the first time I saw you, and I was like, man, who is this? Because the poster was so live. Y'all had that white, and that dropped in that white background.
You want me to drop some gems on you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so when I came to Houston, I left Dallas with a record deal.
Yeah.
And literally, they signed me off for 2 songs, which I still perform today, Salt Shaker Drop and Dirty Dirty, which this year, Salt Shaker Drop turns 21 years old.
Man, beautiful.
Now, get this, though. Came from there, the dude, nobody, every clique that I was in, I was always the only female.
Right.
He said, I just don't know where to put you, because I wrote on the albums that charted Billboard. I wrote for Men in Dallas that charted. I work with Vanilla Ice's producers. When I tell you, I haven't even scratched the surface of some of the things that I did. And from there, when I got here, I just started doing everything.
Right.
And so there's, you know, Miss Trinity out of Trinity Gardens.
Yeah.
She literally started, she was branded. They didn't sign Miss Trinity to Swisher House, but they kept doing stuff for Trinity. And Trinity, because she was from there, and Money Black was from Cross Timbers, Trinity Gardens, all them, and they had been doing stuff with her. Right. But Money Black had came, you know, across me on some street stuff, because, you know, I'm from the street. I'm always going to stay in the pocket.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when he saw how I was moving, that first album that came out with the song Dirty South, and they had the dance to it, I actually wrote on that album for Money Black. And when I wrote on it, and he seen that I didn't write like the average female,
Right.
and no disrespect to Miss Trinity, because I didn't know what I was walking into. When I came and he said, you gonna be in the group? Right. You know, sign me to the label? It hurt in my heart, because I knew Trinity was supposed to be there, and it wasn't nothing that I could do at that time. So when I came in the gate with Money Black, I came in doing marketing.
Right.
So one of the movies that I truly, truly love is Belly. Not only for its reference, but the cinematography of it was just cold-blooded.
It had a different texture to how the film.
Absolutely.
I remember that.
And the cover of it was fascinating to me, because it was DMX and Nas, and they was in that white, and Orbit. Shout out to Orbit did it. Orbit, we was in conversations with, you know, how was our album going to be, because the name of the group was the Hit Squad. Right. And I said, Orbit, you got to do this white background. You got to make us look like Belly. So
she a graphic artist too, y'all. Many hats. With many hats, man. We sitting here with the media mogul herself. Fight. Look, the phone lines are lighting up.
And I appreciate y'all. The number is 713-526-5738. Right. If you don't know, that's KPFT. And I know the history behind KPFT because KPFT started out as a radicals form of radio. Everybody that's on KPFT is radicals.
No doubt.
Because it came up through the 70s, and where the people that really wanted to speak the political things and the things of the people, they wasn't letting them on regular radio. And that's why I respect this brand, and that's why this brand will never go away, because it's for the people, of the people, by the people.
How you think I got on the radio?
Sure.
That's
it got to be a station like this to get me on there. We're going to take the first caller.
Hey, let me say this for the first caller before we forget. You know, I had a chance to work with Miss Trinity when she was first coming through the up ranks, I guess. And when I heard her, man, we gravitated and did a song together. She cool and she hard. She a hard female.
Yeah, it was the path wasn't meant.
She was before her time, but really because they didn't know where to put Trinity.
Yeah,
right.
Because they didn't know if she was, because she had that tomboy look.
Right.
And Swisher House wanted to take a fully female, and that wasn't Trinity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They wanted the girl.
She had all the looks and everything.
Yeah. Oh, she's beautiful.
She just dressed like
she's
say
and still to this day. Shout out to Miss Trinity.
Let's get this call on, because we want to show love to our queen while she here. Let's get the first caller popping.
Yeah, because it's popping.
Go ahead, Mud. I see your name on the screen.
Man, you know what it is, man. Hey, Fiya, baby. You know I love you.
What's up? You already know. What's up, baby?
You know, man, I just want to call in, support the broadcast and support the whole movement about it. And I also want to tell you that, like, when you was in the hospital, I prayed so much for you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Do so much for the community.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you.
I even when I did my 14 years in prison, I used to watch you. I used to watch
on Hot TV and Street Flavors. Yes.
All of that. It was just a blessing to still you know, see you from then to now. And you still doing the same thing, helping our community with the whole movement of
why not? Yes, sir.
It's a blessing. I want to tell you that I love you.
I love you back, baby.
Thank you, Mud.
Yeah, I also want to call and tell K, you know, K, my brother in the hospital now. I want you to offer some prayers for him, man. He in critical condition, but you know, I feel like God gonna bless him to pull through. So.
Absolutely. Much love to you,
Thank
baby.
you, Mud. Thank you so much. Call anytime, brother. We're gonna keep it rolling because we got a few and we want to get into these questions, man. I see Bowlegs is on the line. What's up, Bowlegs?
How y'all doing? How y'all
Yay.
doing?
Go ahead,
hey, Auntie, how you doing? I love you, baby.
Baby, I love you and them bow legs and them dreadlocks. You heard me?
You get them bow legs and dreadlocks together, because I'm finna come at you with something. I'm gonna get with my boy Joe Lee. I just got a track from him, man. Shout out to Joe Lee, bro. I got a track from him, and I want to get you on it.
Absolutely, baby. You know, I'm just a phone call away, and if somebody messing with you, I'm just a knife call away.
I love y'all, man. Big brother, you know I got much respect for you and the SPC family,
Come
man.
on, Bowlegs. You know you family, brother.
I'm telling you.
And the same thing applies. If anytime
Baton
you need
Rouge, stand up. New Orleans, Louisiana, stand up.
Louisiana's in the building, man. Hey, look, you called me today. I'll be there yesterday, man.
Hey.
Appreciate the call, Bowlegs. Thank you, brother.
Well, okay.
T-Baby, go ahead. I see you on the screen. We in here with Fiya. Can you hear us,
T-Baby?
T-Baby?
You know what I'm saying? OG K-Rino. You know what I'm saying? Murder One. Shout out to the whole SPC. You know what I'm saying? For years and years. So, you know, we see our grandmama. I was just joking.
You better not call me no grandmama.
You know, I was just joking. You know what I'm saying? The seed mob, you know what I'm saying? Me and Murder Powers, you know what I'm saying? Call us support our, you know what I'm saying, First Lady Fiya.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we sitting down here on the ranch, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Give us a little hunting in the morning, but we had to go and sit back and take time to, you know what I'm saying, show our love and support, our love and support and acknowledge, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
And I want to tell everybody, I'm under management.
Thank
you, T. I'm under management. See my management, Uno management. And literally, it's from a person that's like my brother, like E-Money. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, rest in love to Mama Natalie. But I picked up somebody that believed in me when he ain't had no business believing in me.
Wow.
And literally, E-Money, T-Babe is my role manager, and of course, Honey Allure is, you know, my brand manager. But I got a solid team on me, that people that really love me. And all these years, I've never had management.
Wow.
I've always handled things on my own.
Well, you was doing it yourself. You was. I take you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I take you as that person, kind of like me. Sometimes you feel like, for this to get done right, I got to do it. And sometimes you can deny help that's obvious right in your face because you're so used to just doing it yourself like that.
Part of me, I believe that. But in actuality, people was more scared to approach me because they always thought I had it, everything that I needed.
Right.
They didn't know that I was handling all the marketing, handling all the footwork. I don't even have a degree, K-Rino. I was the marketing director for Sharpstown Mall with no degree.
Right.
So all this marketing stuff, I didn't go to school for it. Like, I literally, from the gate, I've always been a marketing type of person.
You know, some people are born with it. They born with it, and you have the gift of gab, but it's not game. It's the good kind of game.
Thank you.
It's not hustle, con man, con woman game.
Absolutely.
You just have the ability to go in and present yourself in a way where people are like, you know what? She on her stuff. She know what she talking about. And I think that translates over to people and makes them say, okay, you know what? We're going to give this person a shot because the confidence that you exude is contagious, and it rubs off on people.
These words that you're saying to me, and I know you just think you're saying regular words,
No,
but if I tell
reality.
you, it just really feels good. Like, it feels good because I'm a person that acknowledge this young man. I've seen him. I don't know him. But when I see something beautiful, whether it's in a man or a woman, it could be that you have the most beautiful eyelashes to me. Right. I've always been that person that can highlight people. And do you know, some people hold their lips together and don't want to even, and I'm like, I don't live for that, but don't it feel good when somebody just see you beyond?
Absolutely.
And I never could get why people, even if you don't really mess with them, you can take the time to give them something, because you never know. And mental health is a real thing. And I'm saying in here telling you.
That's right. That's right.
I go through PTSD, everything. You know, I never been in a service, but where I came from, it was like me being in a service.
Right. Well, see, that's not a, all those things you said, that's not a you issue, that's a them issue. If they have a problem with giving compliments and expressing admiration for something that they see in you, or they may have envy, that's not your problem. That's something that they dealing with, or a self-hatred issue that they're dealing with. So you doing everything right, but best believe the people that don't have that kind of spirit in them, they gonna gravitate towards you and they gonna give you the props that you deserve. We're gonna take K-Love. I see him on the line, and we're gonna get back into these questions because we getting fed, man. We getting fed tonight. Go ahead, K-Love.
Hey, what's going on, Reno?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. I can't complain. Too blessed to complain, you know. I just wanted to call in to show Fiya some love. You probably don't know me, but I heard a lot of good things like from my big bro Chili from Lay One Entertainment.
Absolutely. That's my baby boo.
He was always telling me, you know, what you got going on, you know, and I just wanted to salute you for putting on for the city and continuing to do, you know, what you've been doing, you know, at the pace and level you're doing it, you know.
Oh, baby. Thank you so much,
Thank
K-Love.
you, K-Love. Look.
I'm telling you.
He just he helped me segue into the next thing I want to talk about. He said putting on for the city.
Oh, yes.
Now, I was talking to my little brother, .O, and when I was telling him who I was going to have on the show tonight, he was like, no. So me and Murder, I said, you know what? Picture a female Wicked Cricket, you know, but on steroids. I mean, what I want to talk about, something what Kayla was talking about, is how you have been able to give other people a platform, whether it be putting them on shows, whether it be just giving them any type of lane that they can display their gifts in. You have selflessly done that from the time that I've known you. And you have this this warm, welcoming mama type of spirit about yourself, and I think that's something that draws people to you and makes people comfortable with you. But at the same time, she don't take no mess either. No. I'm gonna tell Murder gonna bear witness to this.
Let me hear it.
I'm gonna tell you a story about you that I never talked to you about, but this is something you did one time, and my respect level went up for you like 83.9% after that.
Oh wow!
We was in Sunnyside. And it was a block party one day. And these dudes got on the stage. Fiya was hosting. These dudes got on the stage and they got on the microphone. You remember this, Murder? They say, I want all the kids to come up to the front of the stage. All the little children. So we thinking, okay, they finna do something special for these children. All the children started running up to the stage, and the music came on, and these dudes started cussing and talking nasty and going.
I remember exactly what that is.
Wild. And Fiya grabbed the mic and said, hold up, and stopped them in the middle of their show, and she just mamaed them boys right on stage. She said, why would y'all ask all these children to come up to the front of these stage, and then when they get up there, start speaking in this kind of vulgar language like that? And nobody else was going to address that.
Right.
But she stopped them in the middle, and right there, me and Murder was standing right next to each other. We were like, yep.
Yeah, because you know, we go crazy when we see things.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
Our mind was like, and they better not do nothing.
Right.
Plain and simple.
You know what? I remember that very moment, and actually, this thing about that very moment being on steroids. You know how many times I've stepped in, and I'm all of 5'3", and back then I was almost 400 pounds, and I was a black fat woman. You see what I'm saying?
Beautiful though,
beautiful, yes. But the thing was, they always told me, and I have more men friends that respect, like all the underbar. They respect me because I don't hold my tongue, but they know it's coming from a place of love.
Come on now.
And so that very moment, I've been standing up. And literally, when I came to Houston, I stayed 5 houses up from Master P. That house that you seen, Lil Romeo, that he gifted to Lil Romeo when he was 12 years old, my house was in the shop. Actually, my little cousin was playing with him that day in the actual MTV thing. And so when I came in the gate, I was doing, comedy. I seen that there was a lack of production. Now, they was doing comedy shows, but they wasn't doing comedy shows.
Right.
So I came in the gate, and you could ask Ali Sadiq, you could ask Dave Lawson, you could ask Jennifer Germany. Like, the first person that gave them their checks was Fiya.
Wow.
Because I came in and partnership with the original Red Rooster, put on shows, Big 50, Angie.
Big 50,
I put them all on. I came with a bag.
Right.
And guess what? I never let nobody see where I stayed. Never.
Don't have to.
Never.
Wow.
But when I came in as a promoter. I've made shows. The first comedy show that Ali CD gave me a salute to, we did this comedy show at the Red Rooster. I put a whole bedroom set, a living room set on stage, and it was called Four Women and a Bus Driver. With the bus driver, rest his soul, I gave him some change. I put, oh my goodness, salute and love and respect to Thomas Webb over there at Times Square.
Yeah,
that's
no
when
question.
I knew I was a comic. Because you couldn't be no comic and you bomb at Times Square. You better go back. And I never wrote nothing down, but oh yeah, that sharpened my skills even more so. But I came in the gate. Literally, I just wanted to see things be better.
Right.
And when I started putting on showcases, which I had the biggest showcase in the whole Third Coast, which was at Perfect Rack on the north side on Magnum Tacoma. The Three Fat Girls, shout out to Pebbles and Poonie. But we had the biggest showcase. They think what they doing is new. And I just let them have it. But anybody that know Fiya knew that I shaped and molded real showcases. I'm not talking about people just getting your money and not caring about you. I have always laid my money, my love, my time, my dedication, and and my hands strong. If you gonna come with it, if you gonna tell me and have the audacity to tell Fiya that you rap, you better rap.
You better rap.
You better rap.
Cause she'll snatch the mic and she'll start rapping. And then look, when she did that to those guys, respect to them because they had the back. They was like, you know what, my bad.
Right.
They settled. They lined themselves up after that. Because they knew it was out of pocket.
Yeah, okay. And I also, me personally, I want to, while Fiya here, I want to let her know what she do when she was bringing people together, giving them awards where other people wasn't giving awards. And I appreciate the one that you gave me.
You're very welcome.
And I honor that because a lot of times, as me and Kay and other people, artists, they acknowledge us, but they don't acknowledge us like that.
I acknowledge you because I really know you. Like a lot of, and no disrespect to anybody that want to bring on a platform, but I'm the only woman in this city that has produced and funded over 10 award shows, period. I'm the only one that Mama West, before she died, literally, she didn't come out, and she didn't come out without having the Dickie suit on. I'm the only person. There's a purple silk-like outfit that I gave her like a lifetime award for. She came, sat on the sofa, and just literally 10 or what they doing right now, I didn't already did. And did them well.
And always was for the underground, the underdog. Her award ceremony, even though this lady has worked with the best of the best. I've seen her just in clips with the tops in the industry. But when she does these award shows, she's showing love to the little man, the person who may have never got a certificate or award or trophy in their life.
And I believe when I give it to them because I believe in the premise of what underground is. I think that in life I was set up to be a farmer. A farmer knows how to till the earth, right? Right. So an underground artist is literally somebody that's just really under the earth. But see, the difference between me and other people, K-Rino, I see the greatness in when you down and up.
Come on.
That's why I call like Lil Mario and Fat Pat and Big Hawk. They my forever legends. And K-Rino and Murder, y'all are my forever legends. Because whether in somebody's head that they think you went up or down, to me, great is a straight line.
Come on now.
So when I have did, but a lot of the underground artists that you see me promote in the beginning, ain't they big right now?
Come on, now. That's right.
Yellow Beeses, Just Britney's, the Trey. I made history at Texas A&M, being the first black woman to book a show. They had no entertainment shows at Texas A&M.
Wow.
I brought Trey, gave him his bag. That was his first, over $6,000 I got for Trey.
Wow.
When he was just swinging. Me and the three fat girls, Peppers and Pooney, first black women to ever head up that. And see, people don't want to hear that type of stuff because they think that you just, shining. But literally, these little things to me, I didn't know that I was breaking down walls and breaking down doors. I was just doing something because I just wanted it to be right.
Yeah, no question.
I wanted it to be right. When K-Rino came to my spot, I wanted to make sure the parking lot that he was parking in didn't have no, stuff around. Because I always think these are my forever legends.
Yeah.
Forever, when you get on a stage with Fiya, I gotta pick a club that has a spotlight, that's lit right. I am production all the way.
Right.
And this show that I got coming up, and I'm trying to seal a deal with House of Blues. But if I take it somewhere else, but no, I'm gonna throw the biggest, epicest event that I know I got in me, and I didn't through some bad ones.
Without a doubt.
When I tell you these sponsors calling, and I'm just waiting, and Anderson .Paak just about to take me out of here.
Okay, man.
The first artist that Dr. Dre is literally endorsing right now, they texted me from the label. They texted, shout out to Damon. They saying this boy about to open the door. The #1 album in the world, and guess what? They chose me to be the moderator and the host for him just coming here. Me.
Wow.
Every artist that swing through here, like if they of importance, they get me.
No surprise.
Because I know the history.
And they know the history.
and they know that you're going to know exactly what to do, exactly how to handle these people and bring out the best in everybody that's around. And we are here with Fiya.
And I'm here with K-Rino, and I'm here with Murder One. How about that?
It's about you. You know what I'm saying?
And get this, the more I talk about me, is the more I'm going to talk about y'all.
We're going to be playing tennis. We're playing ping pong. We're going to bounce it off each other. 713-526-KPFT, 713-526-5738 if y'all want to holler at Fiya. Let me ask you about, because we've been hearing a lot of the things that you've done, and one of the words that come to mind is that is longevity, and another word is consistency.
Absolutely.
Talk about the importance of consistency, because a lot of people, they get in this industry, and when first time they hit a couple of bumps in the road, they lose their heart. How important is it to stay consistent even through the tough parts, or when it seems like it's not working out?
To me, to be honest, consistency, when I think of the word consistency, I immediately go to the word character. If, in fact, that anybody, your character will be tested.
Damn.
Okay? And that brings on consistency, because if you have a weak character, and I want to definitely send love out to Brother Robert Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the Nation of Islam. Listen, you don't have to be up. Listen, I know all my true people that have great characters.
No question.
It doesn't matter to me. And I'm telling people, I done been in the hospital a whole bunch of times, but get this though, yesterday's Fiya ain't today's Fiya. It's because of the character in me, and it doesn't matter if I go up or down. One thing I know, and I thank the Creator above for putting a sense of character in me that is non-stop.
Right.
Non-stop. I think people, when they break their character, it only goes back to you not really knowing yourself.
Right. Right.
You're not being confident in yourself.
Right.
And that plays a big part of who actually makes it to the top.
Yeah, and you wasting people's time because if you say you want this, you have to have an understanding of knowing that it may not happen for you in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but people have invested time into helping and assisting you because they believed in you.
Absolutely.
And then you don't even have it to believe in. And you mentioned Brother Robert, who's now Brother Abdul Halim
Absolutely.
Muhammad. When we started up the ARC, which, by the way, Fiya came up with the name Artists Respect and Community, and that's a group of artists, there's industry people and now community people who we've become activists. We are this community doing our thing. When you came into the fold on that, it was such a valuable piece to the puzzle, because just listening to you now and all the things that you would say when we'd be on the panel and you would stand up and just in a quick burst of time, she would give us so much just grandma type wisdom, whether it be life. And mostly what she would talk about would be life. It wouldn't just be about music and everybody be in there like just mind blown. We value you so much just for your participation in the ARC, because a lot of people don't have that spirit in them also to go out into the community and give that time. Is that community oriented spirit, how did that tie? When did that come? Is that just something that was just in you from the beginning, or did you one day see somebody on TV and said, I want to do that, or what?
Actually, when people say they're a product of their environment, I don't know what they be thinking, but when I hear product of my environment, I think about what can I do to improve, because I know where I come from, and I know sometimes I done seen some stuff, but I also seen some beautiful stuff. So when product of, I just wanted to make, I always felt like one person can make a difference. I was born on April the 4th, 1974. Martin Luther King was killed on April the 4th. And I just want to tell you, I always, even as a child, connected to powerful people that acted sometimes as one.
Right.
And acting as one don't mean you're leaving out the people. It's just that sometimes somebody got to get up and do something.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And so for me, being an activist, and I want to say long live Zen, because well before the conscious, army came along, and well before all of this, like, I've been in the community. I've been in, I was part of with Zen, the group called Now, where we were going Third Ward.
The Now Committee.
The Now Committee.
I remember.
A bunch of us will go and clean the empty lots. Like, this ain't something new to me.
That's right.
I would be out feeding the homeless before it was popular.
Come on now.
Only because even with me having the money that I've had in the city of Houston and the Third Coast, I've always helped people. I will give you my last dollar, because you know why? I know I got the mind to get it back.
Go get another one. That's right. That's right.
Another one. I could get a bunch of them.
Right.
I didn't give people my last. So every time I went down, I didn't feel like I was down.
Right.
And so I was homeless in the city of Houston 3 times. And nobody knew it.
Wow.
I remember going to Metropolis. DJ Chill Neal, shout out to Old School, who was the first DJ back there in the second room. Then Chill Neal took his spot. One day I went to Metropolis, and I just had to go and feel the vibrations of the music. Before I got to Metropolis, I went to the Shell gas station, washed up. My radio station was at 5326 West Belford, which is the first location. I was sleeping in my radio station, put my clothes in the cleaners at the cleaners underneath the radio station. I would get my clothes, go wash up at the Shell. And I went to Metropolis one time, and the music and everybody, it was when it was packed, and all I could do is cry.
Wow.
I'm not a drinker. I'm not a drugger.
Right.
My thing was, what can I do? And every time I went down, it wasn't because of me not having no money, because I always helped.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to take none of that back.
Right. Well, and then, because God always digs you out, because you said, okay, I was homeless 3 times and nobody knew. But see, God knew. And he knew everything that you have done and have been doing for people. And now you back, back and stronger. And with the health challenges like brother called in and mentioned also. So you have lived a great full life, but your life has been a duality also of a lot of the great things, but a lot of the trials also. But what's impressive about you is that, like we said a minute ago, some people would let those trials make them decide to, hold on, I got to put this music thing to the side for a while. You represent somebody who lived this. So even through the trials, I couldn't have went to Metropolis if I was homeless, and I couldn't have did it. I had to figure out something.
But it was the music and the love that I have for the people. I said, before every comedy show, like I remember going on tour with Eddie Griffin, I always make it to a comedy show early. A lot of you guys don't know, like I'm legally blind. I lost my eyesight at 36. But people can't, but I have my own, and I love my fiance because she deal with the stuff that nobody don't see. And this last time I went down at my 14th annual, shout out to Mocha Brown, it wasn't what was on the inside that made me down. It's because of what was on the inside. And people take mental health for a joke. But I'm telling you, out of my own mouth, it wasn't nothing physical. It was mental. And when I knew I was a changed person, when I tackled my last demon, and I'm about to tell y'all something, and I know if it hurts y'all to hear, I got to say it because it's the last stage of what I am going to greatness. But do you know the same thing that y'all give me praise on is the very last thing that I had to deal with as a demon, that as a child, and I can remember the last time it happened, and I'm 44 years old and still a natural virgin. I mean, real talk. But at 7 years old, I said stop to my own grandfather. He would make me suck his thing. And I'm telling you something that publicly I wanted to wait until it was a special, not even a special occasion, but I need to tell y'all, stop asking me about me going down from the inside. I went down from the outside. The very thing that people give me praise on was the very thing I detested. Because I never could get through. Why would someone that's of their seed, I was a child. It started at 3 to 7. My mouth to me was the most ratchetest thing because of what my grandfather did to me. And here it is. People would tell me time after time, you got the greatest this, you could say this and that, but didn't know I was going home and wanted to cut my tongue out. I wanted to literally cut my tongue out and my lips and my this and that, and I would ask the Creator why. Do you know September? Like literally, that was the last step of my hurdle. That was the last step. And when I admitted everything, listen.
Go ahead.
I'm a changed person.
Well, let me say this, because first of all, I want to talk about how much courage it takes to even talk about that, just live. But, we praying for you now because, like you said, nobody did. And just to have the courage to mention that, but I'm hoping that anybody that's listening, that would be something that could strengthen them.
Absolutely.
And give them the will to speak out on it. I don't care if you the victim. I don't care if you know it and you're not talking about it. I don't care if you a mother whose daughter has come to them and said that, and because you love this man, you don't want to accept it, because a lot of times, and a lot of times it is family members and people that we trust. So, I thank you for that. But knowing you now makes me understand the kind of strength you had to have back then, because a lot of people, it would have broke somebody who didn't have the
I used to watch Oprah, and they had this one show that came on, and they said statistically a person that's molested goes on to molest, and I said no, not me. And I literally, because I knew that wasn't of my spirit, even though my grandfather did that, the Creator still allowed me to love him.
Come on.
And even the path that I take with loving the person that I love, do you know I still love men wholeheartedly?
Right.
Like, I really do. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I still, and do you know, I've talked to a lot of women that holds them back. Yeah. And I'll be like, but it doesn't, I still want to love you.
Yeah. Well,
even though.
It's, but also, some people, and it's not their fault, but some people, when they go through that, they will characterize everybody as that. Every man is like that because that was the experience, and it happened to them when they was real young. So again, it's a testament to your strength to be able to distinguish and to separate the fact that this was him who did this. It wasn't this guy, or it wasn't all men that did that. But we have to figure out a way because many years ago, a friend of mine was telling me, we would have conversations about certain situations with female, just homeboy to homeboy stuff, and he would talk about, oh man, that girl, she got molested. And I was like, man, how you know? You don't know her. And then he would tell me, man, you would be surprised how many young girls have been, and I wasn't aware of it, but then later on, I would hear statistics and read stuff like,
absolutely,
a lot of our women have been molested by men or just family members and strangers, whoever. So that's something
and
that
it
a
was
lot
common
of them
practice
right.
for it to be under the like truly what goes on in the house stays on in the house type of thing. Like, I came 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah. You wasn't talking what was going on in your house.
Right.
I mean, literally, especially being from New Orleans. Yeah. You wasn't. And I'm a black French Indian. Right. My whole other family looked like him.
Right.
Like, literally.
Right.
I had a family. I'm part of the darker ones. And so we just didn't do that because we had a family legacy.
Yeah, no question.
And I'm like, nah. And I always tested the fabric of my family. Like, I always was that person that even grown adults would talk to and tell their secrets to. Yeah. But I couldn't tell mine.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you, confession is good for the soul, and this is something that you didn't even have to put out like that, but we appreciate, we grateful to you for it.
You know why? Because right now, I am definitely getting to my greatness. Yeah. And irregardless of what somebody say about me, nobody can take away my lineage. Nobody can take away my things that I've done. And many people are mad because they didn't help me.
Right.
But that to me, it don't make no difference to me.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't see no negative space right now. I don't live in it. Do not bring it to me because I see none of that.
Right.
And that's what's the difference between September the 15th before and September. Today's fire is not yesterday's fire because I don't see walls on the greatness. And at first, I used to have to dumb myself down because some people wasn't comfortable with me just being.
Right.
And I didn't even try to be the it factor. Yeah. It just happened.
Well, you know what? When I told the story about when she checked those guys for cussing on that stage, and I said my respect went up like 80-some%. Well, it just shot up another 92. It's over 100 now. You know, if that's even we define mathematics, man. We got Fiya, the media mogul. I see we got another caller on the line. Church Hill, man. Holla at Sister Fiya. What's up, my brother?
What's up, K-Rino? What's up, Murder One?
What's
up, Fiya?
What's up, baby?
I just want to say to you, my sister, what you said as relate to getting your peace of mind, your freedom from, I would say, the chain of molestation that try to break and hold you. Yeah, man, you just freed a lot of people, man, and
thank you.
God see that, He hear that. You done ministered tonight. I guess you was coming in for an interview, but God used you tonight to break some chains.
So did.
Become a yoke breaker tonight.
Absolutely.
So I felt the anointing of God on that message right there.
Thank
so
you.
just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Especially when you plugged into the right power source like that.
Absolutely.
And success and prosperity shall follow you and be upon you. So
and likewise, baby, because what you're telling me, I'm here to say you can have the same thing if you really want it. You can have the same thing. You know, people, they wish me love through every... Listen, I turn right back around in their face right now and said, it can be for you too. I wish you all the blessings, all of everything right now for you. But the difference is, you got to want it.
That's right. That's right.
If not, it's going to go on deaf ears. And listen, you can't blame nobody for the state that you're in. I do not blame my past. Literally, it makes me... Everybody, K-Rino has a journey. You have a journey. Murder One, I love you to death, baby. You're an awesome father. Everybody has a journey, right?
That's right.
My journey just consists of these particular things that build my character to have a continual life. And that's why they call me the godmother of the entertainment business, because I ain't stopping.
And she is absolutely that. And everything you have expressed just is always a strengthening factor to other people. I mean, you do it without even knowing you're doing it. Your regular conversation is just wisdom and jewel dropping and seed planting, and people walk away like, brother Abdul Halim and say, man, Fiya be dropping just jewel. It's like in just your regular conversation. So we definitely appreciate you. You don't understand. We appreciate you so much. We saying it in front of the world we love you, and we gonna always be there riding with you. You know, because we all get in our dark spaces sometime and we feel like, man, is it worth it? Is what I'm doing really paying off? Is it of any benefit? We want to let you know that anytime you may have just the slightest thought of that, the answer is absolutely yes, worth it. And we need you here with us. You know, your value is unquestionable.
And your value is unquestionable. And literally, I'm sitting here and I want y'all to know, I'm in a room full of men. And at this particular time, I feel my greatest. I feel my strength. And literally, to somebody that's out there and a woman that's out there and you going on to hurt other people because you was hurt, I'm here to tell you, I love so much these men and many others. And I looked at my Instagram statistics. Do you know I have more male followers?
That's how it be.
And more men. That's how you know a woman is solidified when she got. I run with some women. Yeah. I love, but men say I'm the, and that's why Big Chief, shout out to Rap A Lot, Mob Ties, I always. They wouldn't pick up no other woman. Yeah. Like I would be in a car, just me and Big Chief riding, me and Big Bank Hank riding.
Right. Shout out to Hank, man. Come back to the gym, man, and get some of this work, Hank.
Please get him back in there, because I sure enough don't want him back in them streets, baby, because he will run amok.
Well, give us your all your social media info real quick. We got about 2 minutes. Give all your social media info, any projects you got coming up.
First off, y'all keep supporting this avenue, KPFT 713-526-5738, each and every Friday from 11 to 12. Keep supporting the whole movement, because the whole movement is moving. I'm Fiya, a.k.a. Godmama Sauce, a.k.a. DJ Fat Alberta, a.k.a. Miss a.k.a. Godmama Sauce, the Big Bad Mama of Comedy, all that. You can find me on Instagram at Fiya. Please do not ever put a H on my name, because that is so disrespectful. Fiya Media Mogul. And I don't know how many people y'all know with less than 20,000 followers that got a blue check, but you're looking at them. That mean, and let me tell you something, Reno. I've been declining the blue check for 2 years.
Well, I ain't on Instagram.
And literally, that don't make me, because I've been famous. Because I've been knowing people like K-Rino and Murder One and the whole Southpaw Coalition.
Well, make sure y'all follow Fiya and support her to the fullest, man. And again, as always, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to K-Rino Radio.
And Fireworks MMG is coming, baby.
It's coming. And look, and it's so lit. We had to leave a couple of callers. Y'all make sure y'all hit us next week, man. Tune in.
Shout out to Head Honcho. Shout out to Honcho. All that.
Without a doubt. K-Rino Radio. We'll see y'all next Friday, man. One love. God bless. Thank you.